show.
The 11 o'clock show, because of
Tell me
TV
about
Go
that.
Home, I got sort of, I was asked to come, you know, I'd sent some stuff off, and they wrote back and said, well, why don't you come in and we'll try you out, sort of try you out for a bit. And I'd only seen like a couple of episodes, and they gave me a tape. I remember they gave me a tape and said, watch this. And I watched one, and it was not very good. It was not a very good episode.
Who was on it?
Oh, who was in it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was
Ian Lee at that point, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Ian Lee, and they were fine. It was just I sort of thought this is all a bit. I don't know. There was something about it. I sort of thought. I kind of arrogantly thought. I bet I can do better than that. I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to be like, which is like I'm usually fairly lacking in confidence, but I sort of thought I'm going to walk in there and wipe the floor with everyone. And I remember very clearly sort of strolling in on the first day and sitting down for a writers'. There was a meeting in the morning.
Who
with
was
everyone sitting
there?
around.
Was it names that we would know now?
Well, all the other, I mean, like there were all the other sort of Zeppo lot were there. There were lots of writers, but there was it wasn't like Sacha Baron Cohen was sitting at the table or Ricky Gervais, although they were on the show. They weren't there at this particular meeting. But I remember very clearly the newspapers were delivered, and everyone started just effortlessly being incredibly clever and funny around the table to such a degree it was. I was stunned into silence.
Did you feel like you were drowning?
Yeah, I
absolutely. We were talking about backstage about that drowning feeling when you're.
Yes,
it's like if
you go on a panel show and everyone's being very witty and you feel like you're the mute at a dinner party. And it was like that. And I'd even arrogantly thought of some funny things to say on my way into that office. And I seem to remember, I can't remember what it was. I think I'd walked past. They were constructing the Millennium Wheel, something like that. And I seem to remember it was as lame as thinking something like some sort of hamster wheel joke. And I seem to remember somebody in this meeting even going, somebody's fucking suggesting the shitty fucking hamster joke again, or something like referring to this joke that I'd thought in my head. And I thought, I can't say anything. And I remember thinking everyone in television is a lot cleverer than I thought. Well, I mean, it's. I don't know. I mean, originally that idea of the Daily Mail Island, that was the idea where it was an idea for a reality show where you kept people on an island and their only access to any form of media was copies of the Daily Mail, and then quite quickly they devolve into a strange, fearful society that I think they catch a 15-year-old girl masturbating and they shove her in a coffin full of broken glass and dog shit and push her off a cliff. So obviously that's I would say, unsubtle satire.